Hello, my name is James Rebanks. This is a Herdwick lamb, and I'm a shepherd and a sheep farmer in the English Lake District in this amazing, beautiful landscape that you can see behind us. And I'm also a writer. I wrote a book called The Shepherd's Life, and I've been very lucky because it's been a best-selling book in lots of places. And this lamb is a Herdwick lamb. Its ancestors lived on those fells going back at least 1,000 years, maybe 4,000 to 5,000 years. And my job is to look after them, keep them out of trouble, keep them healthy, and to breed as good a flock as I possibly can. And the flocks of sheep that I look after are hefted in those mountains, particularly on that mountain over there. And hefted means that even though there are no fences, they go back to the same place on the mountain every year, and they know their place on the mountain, and you can be found in a specific place even without the shepherd being with them there all the time. And in the valley bottoms we have hay meadows. In the summer we clear of sheep to grow the hay crop, and they come with beautiful wild flowers and are very pretty because most of the sheep have been shoved to the higher ground. I wrote the book called The Shepherd's Life. It's a memoir of my growing up in the 1970s, 80s and 90s, and I wanted to write a book that was very respectful about the working people that live in these landscapes and shape them, and to tell their story. So I told the story of my father, my grandfather and myself, and I'm very lucky. And the one thing I haven't mentioned yet is I have 3 amazing helpers in this landscape. I have 3 sheepdogs, border collie sheepdogs called Floss, Tan and Meg. And if you farm in those mountains where there are no fences and there's lots of open common ground, you need great dogs to work with you. So I wrote about the dogs and the sheep and the landscape and our love of it, and the fact that the people here, including us, are hefted and care deeply about what we do and are proud of it. We obviously face massive challenges to stay doing this, because this kind of farming is a very old kind of farming, and we have to find a way to make money and to survive and to stay here and to create a future for our children and what we do. And we need to change as well and adapt. So the more we know about the ecology of landscapes like this, the more that we need to learn about that and maybe change some of the things we do to add more trees and woodland, and to be proper stewards of this landscape the more we learn about it. So I hope you enjoy my book The Shepherd's Life, and I hope you've enjoyed this little insight into my life. You might be wondering why I'm holding a lamb. It's because it keeps escaping out of its pen, and I decided it might want to be on a short film. Anyway, hope you enjoy the book, and thank you very much for your interest, and au revoir.